This is a story that has two beginnings. It's both an open and shut case and an unsolved mystery. One beginning takes place in June of 1933 when John Dillinger and two of his accomplices climbed in the window of this bank. The other beginning takes place in the early 1990s. My wife and I were renting a duplex. Our landlady lived on the other side. She was in her early 80s. She told us a story of meeting John Dillinger in the 1930s. She explained to us that she lived in Dayton at the time and had railroad tracks running through her backyard. It wasn't uncommon for people who rode on the freight trains to hop off and she would feed them something. She told us about the day that Dillinger hopped off the train. She gave him a sandwich and a piece of chocolate cake. Her eyes seemed to light up when she talked about how handsome he was and how nice he was in thanking her for the food. She went out of her way, however, to mention that she never invited him into her house. We know that back in 1933, Dillinger and his gang waited until people came into the bank, tied them up. By all accounts, John Dillinger seemed to be kind to the people who he was robbing. They made off with over $10,000 that day, and to thwart anyone from following them, they threw nails out behind the car. Dillinger would go on to rob nearly 24 more banks, 4 police stations, and make off with almost $500,000 in loot. Just a little over a year after the bank robbery, Dillinger would be shot dead in Chicago. Fast forward to just a few years ago, my wife and I were watching a documentary about John Dillinger when they mentioned that he had a girlfriend in Dayton, Ohio named Mary. We both looked at each other in surprise. Our landlady's name had been Mary. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to Abstract Ohio, as well as follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.